Hey, how's everybody doing? It's another windy day at the range, so I got the camera inside the vehicle again. Probably seems like I only shoot in high wind, but it's pretty much always windy this time of year where I live. And it was one of those days at work where I couldn't wait to get out to the range. And I'm thinking all day, what am I going to shoot today? You know, toward the end of summer, when it starts to cool off at night, I get into this kind of rifle mode, and I don't know if it's that way for you, but you know, you shoot handguns all summer and the leaves turn and you get that smell in the air, and I don't know what it is, but something triggers in my brain and it says rifle time. So today I've got my FN FS2000. I haven't really shown you that. I'll tell you why I like it so much. The way the thing ejects is really the reason I bought it. The fact that the empty shells just lob right out the end is a great thing for a reloader. It doesn't beat up the brass at all. Every piece of brass looks virtually perfect when it comes out. And what it does is, after you get 5 or 6 rounds into the tube, the little trapdoor pops open and it'll just dump a bunch of them, and then they just keep falling out as you're shooting. But even if you're moving around with the thing, it's real easy. You know where you shot it and you just walk there and pick up your brass. I was supposed to be loading magazines while I was talking, but anyway, I'm glad that you decided to come and check this out. Always glad to have you guys come along shooting with me. So what I got is some clay targets out at 25 yards on the berm, and I'm just gonna hammer them. I'm also sharing the range today. I don't always get it to myself, as you can hear in the background. While I'm waiting to get the range to myself, I'll take this opportunity to show you an artifact from the trip to Tennessee back in July. This is undigested Tennessee Outdoors 9 M&Ms from Bass Pro Shop. Feels like about 5 of them in there. And this is a historic relic that I'm just going to leave right in there. Not that I'm sentimental or anything, but hopefully they won't melt into a big glob of goo. But even if they do, then it'll be the Tennessee Outdoors 9 glob of goo in my door pocket there. Okay, this will kill some time. First, to tear it down, you check, make sure it's clear. The magazine's already been removed. How the magazine comes out is you push up on this, grab and pull down. Move the action forward. Push this pin out here. And then it's kind of a modular design. The front part just comes right off. That barrel comes off the action and the internals come out like that. Then you pull off the buttstock, which is kind of a rubber piece. You lift here and just kind of slide it up. And the trigger pack comes out just like that. I really like the modular designs, like the FN PS90 and this FS2000. To me, it's just the coolest thing. If you could feel how light this is, it's unbelievable. It feels like nothing, but yet it's really rigid. Incredibly high quality. The fit and finish on these is unmatched. It's better than anything you'll find, well, as good or better than any other manufacturer, put it that way. And this is where the empties go, right down that tube. So how the action works is it's got a bolt just like an AR-15 rotary bolt assembly, and it draws the empty cartridge out and starts it forward and sends it down the tube as it's picking up the next round. So it does kind of two functions at once, which makes it very unique. And then here's the trap door on the front end to keep the dirt and snow and ice out. And after you get, I believe it's 5 rounds, this thing will pop open just from the force of the empty cartridge coming forward. And they just spill right out here and land at your feet. So that way if you're shooting next to somebody, you're not knocking them into his head or down his shirt. It's kind of nice. It's a short stroke piston, and it's got a 2-position valve regulator, just like most of these SIGs and FNs. It's got the standard position, and then if it's getting, if you're having a hard time with function, it sends more gas to the piston if you put it in this position. To remove it, you just push down on this and rotate it. Now we'll see how well I cleaned it last time. I don't have anything to push that out with right now. I don't have a rod. I normally do. That's what happens when you clean your shooting bag. You end up not having anything you need. Anyway, I'll put this back together. Now to reassemble. First you put the trigger pack in. Let me show you the trigger pack before I do that. It's got a, this is the disconnector here. This is the sear where it comes off the hammer. So when the trigger's back, it's like this. Disconnector catches the hammer, resets, ready for the next round. The rods go right here from the trigger. It has kind of a mushy trigger. You know, that's something that if you look at reviews on this, you'll always hear that they have long mushy triggers. But that's just the nature of these military style bullpups. It's not necessarily a bad thing, just something you get used to. So we'll put the trigger pack back in. You slide this butt pad back on, put the bolt assembly back in, and you put the barrel back on. Push the pin back and charge it, make sure everything works. With this back and your door open, that's kind of your safe position, how you'd leave it on the bench when people are downrange. So that's the only way you can tell that it's clear. Alright, I gotta shoot. And for the TN Outdoors 9 fans in the group, I even dug a bullet out of the berm there. And as you can see, the Hornady ballistic tip is still embedded in there, and it carried that all the way through the ballistic test media. Retained weight is 229.9 grains. One of the main reasons these bullpups are so fun to shoot is they carry their weight close to your body. There isn't a lot hanging out forward, so you don't even really need a sling to put this thing up and get a nice steady aim. I hope you enjoyed this after-work shooting experience with the FN FS2000, and hope you tune in again soon.